actually the content of what was in the bills, which points to an area for solution.
Sure. That's
Friday to talk about the truth or the news deserts or the attention economy for these things and how to beat that kind of thing moving forward when it has such stakes, such incredible impact on people's lives.
Yeah. Francine, was that it? Did you want to land?
I don't disagree with Andrea. I think she's absolutely right. And that's where we need a solution. And the solution, we know what it is because it's like an analog to the old time newspaper. If we still had news, people would have a sense of what was in it, but now it's pretty fragmented. Everyone's attention is pretty fragmented, and people are less aware than they've ever been before.
I feel like we need to find ways to bring people together safely, but to both rebuild community and social capital, but also kind of get what is this? Is it telephone or the passing of information up and running again?
Yeah.
I mean, telephone may be problematic. I think it was called Chinese telephone, that game originally. So maybe that isn't a good idea. But getting people together more on some of these issues, bringing them maybe together and whether it's sports or community or what. I mean, town halls, yes. And by the way, there is a piece of news. Sorry, I know you want to go to Denise, but I saw that they are advertising. It seems that the Democrats have kind of picked up on some idea that we talked about in here in a different form, but they're talking about trying to create a people's cabinet. So maybe we can discuss that more in a different room because we're wrapping up today. I'll bring that for tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Andrea. All right, let's go.
Heard from David.
No, we haven't heard from David, and I want to get to Scotty. Let's go to David, and then Scotty's busy today, so I'll...
I have the feeling I hadn't agreed with Dr. Francine. Dr. Francine, all my life, have a wonderful time, have a wonderful day.
Great, thanks, Bruiser. All right, go ahead, David, and then Scotty. David Jacobson?
Yeah, I'll try to keep up the theme with how sinister this bill is, and particularly because the cuts don't take effect right away, and how that delayed nature is the politician's way out. To not be accountable is to not be up for election by the time, or to have their career, on some form of cruise control. So we really have a sinister system that does sinister things. In the form of the oligarchy. So I've maintained that Bernie's message all along was the Elon Musk is going to steal from you to get rich, and it still maintains. So if we could just talk about the delayed nature of how these bombs are basically poison pills in the future in the budget, and they seem insignificant because the Fed can't take it into account right now because it hasn't hit yet, right?
Right. Okay. Thanks, David. All right, Steve Cronin, did you have any closing comment, pearls of wisdom?
Carry on.
Okay. All right, so we are down to our last two. Rick Sanchez, you're up.
Yeah, well, I don't have any answers, but I think as individuals, the best thing we can do is find a small group that's aligned with our values and really concentrate on no more than 3 things. If there's 3 groups that you work with, if you spread yourself too thin, we really dilute everything. Because if you can take those 3 groups and then start moving them to join forces with other groups, And that in itself is a challenge because, you know, they're all competing for the same small donations. So that's a challenge, but we need to start getting these small groups coordinated. It's called a coordinated campaign. The Republicans are extremely good at coordinated campaigns. We are not. And when they work brilliantly, but it does take a lot of work. And a lot of it's kind of just tedious, making phone calls, writing letters, and, you know, even within small groups, you're going to have a lot of discussions about how to do things and trying to win over people. You do have to make compromises, and that's just part of life. And you need to learn how to compromise better. And so anyway,
Okay.
you know, this is the time to organize because we have to be recruiting candidates now. We really have to get these things in motion and stop. We have to create the plans now and really put them into motion because the next election is just around the corner. And if we don't change things in this next election, it's going to be much more difficult for us. So get to work. I know it's overwhelming right now. It's frustrating. It's flying, you know. I just saw today my wife sent me a thing that there's now a Donald Trump fragrance.
Oh, Jesus. And it looks like an Academy Award statue.
$249, and it has the musky scent of bullshit. So,
God.
And every day he seems to be releasing a new product. And, you know, we've just got to stop this. And it's going to take work. It's going to be frustrating.
Is there no law against it?
Well, it's all through cell companies and his family's companies.
He disregards the law. Come on,
Yeah.
we know that.
He doesn't care about the law. Who's going to
Emoluments
stop? Who's
don't
going
mean,
to
the
stop?
Constitution doesn't mean anything.
Rick, I think I was here, I listened to a few talks yesterday, and I think whilst there's more strategy to it, but I really think they're encouraging as many people, they're encouraging that Democrats and or independents get out there and run absolutely everywhere.